So hello everyone, I am Ketan, he is Ashish, and here we are presenting our project Music Beat, a network of artists. In this project we are building a network of artists based on their common work they have done together. The common work can be a song or any album or any performance in which they have performed together. So here we are building a network of those artists.
So the idea comes up with something like this. Let's say you listen to some song in the morning, you like the guitarist in it. Now let's say you listen to another song and you like the vocalist in it. Now you wonder if these two people work together, they would do magic. So that's what our app does. We will tell you what exactly the work they have done together.
Yeah. So let's take a real world example. So suppose we take two artists, say Celine Dion and James Horner. So what we do is we fetch the data set or all the artwork they have of these artists in our data set, and from those data set we can infer that for the song My Heart Will Go On, the Celine Dion's role was as a singer and James Horner was a composer of the song, and hence they are connected.
So it's not like ours is the only mashup available online. We have a couple of other mashups which do similar work. The first one being all songs by. So it gives all the songs by that particular artist, and the other is get similar artists, something like that, and it gives similar artists who have worked together, but it doesn't be ours is one step ahead of them.
Yeah. So these are the few data sources that we use to get data. We use to the Spotify, Last.fm, IMDb, Rovi, MusicBrainz, and AllMusic. So we got songs, artist names, or the album names, and as well as some other metadata such as who is the lyricist of a song, or who is the instrumentalist, or who is the composer of the song. Such data from these databases.
So the top layer, as you see over there, that one gave us get top artists, get top songs. So it gives us all the songs, movies, and artists. The next layer, it gave us information about all the metadata, like who was the songwriter, who was the composer. So all the album credits from these three sources, all the songs from above, and that formed our data collection.
The first step in our project was data extraction. So some sources such as Spotify and Last.fm provide us with a good set of APIs, and we use those APIs for getting the data. For the rest of the sources which do not provide APIs such as Rovi or AllMusic, we wrote scripts to scrape the data from these sources, and thus we build our data set. So in the next slides, I will show you some challenges that we faced.
So the first challenge especially was cleaning. So as you can see, we used AllMusic, and this is the page of Sherlock Holmes, and this was when we searched for Hans Zimmer. But now you see the red arrows over there, and that's where you see that there are no href for New Line Records and Waterdog. So we faced a problem over here. So how we solved this was we used Google Refine over here, and it has a smart feature called as filters. So we use some regular expression, and it basically says that the one which does not start with HTTP, get all those. So as you can see, we see some junk data over there, size 0, index out of index out of bounds. So that's where we try to map them to other sources.
Another problem in our project we faced was data duplication. It often comes into picture when you get data from multiple sources. For example, Alison Wright Clark from one source was labeled as Alison Wright the interceptor Clark on another source. And this happens with all kinds of data, artists, song names, if you get the data from multiple sources. And how we tackled with this problem is we use the tool Frill that we learned in the class, and with the proper combination of QGrams and Soundex algorithm, we were able to identify such entries. For example, Jeff Bokobiggers and Jeff Biggers are identified a match, and we mark those entries with the property all same match. So for this duplicate data, we mark them as same match.
So another feature we needed was record linkage. Now this is the page of Hans Zimmer on multiple data sources. So as you can see that AllMusic has a different ID for Hans Zimmer. Same with Spotify, MusicBrainz. Last.fm is pretty random, it does not give an ID in the URL. So that was the problem we faced for record linkage. And how we solved, again, Frill came to the rescue over here. And how we did was, everything we mapped in the end to MusicBrainz. The reason was the ontology we used, it gave some space for storing the MusicBrainz ID. So everything we mapped ultimately to MusicBrainz, and that's how we stored the hrefs as.
After that, the next step was creating ontology for this, and we used music ontology for that. Music ontology comes with a good set of classes and properties, and that was sufficient for our project. The main classes that we used from music ontology were music artist, performance, music group, musical work, and the main properties that we used are MusicBrainz ID, conductor, singer, composer, compiler. And after that, once the ontology was fixed, next step was creating RDF. We used Karma for this. Karma provides us a facility to import ontology with a static file as well as from the web service URL. We use music ontology web service URL for that. As you can see here, music artist is the class that was imported from the music ontology.
So technology stack, well, it's pretty surprising, but and I'm guessing we should be the only one who used .NET here. So the first, the UI layer we used ASP.NET, lower has to be RDF. So we just stored the file in Turtle format, and the middleware basically was .NET RDF. It's provided by Microsoft. And the application interface, well, it's pretty naive as of now, but as you can see, we give the facility to add artists to the pool. And once you add artists, you can see the roles that they are involved in. So you can see Hans Zimmer as a composer with Chris Barrett as assistant engineer. So these are the tracks that they have done together. Also, we give a facility to play that particular song as well.
Yeah, a limitation that we identified in our project was all the data that we deal with is a static data. This is because even though we can scrape the data from with automated tools, there is a lot of manual intervention for processing or cleaning or publishing the data. That's why the data cannot be extended dynamically. This is the limitation of this. And in the future scope, another approach will be, instead of starting with artist name, we can start with a song name and get the related artist. Or we can build a very strong recommendation engine for user based on the searches that user has done earlier on the system. We can suggest him the similar songs or artists.
So positives from the project, well, the first being we came to know the practical usage of tools. Other was the better understanding of whatever we learned in the class. Next was we needed to communicate with a couple of data providers. The reason was their API's documentation was really bad, and hence we needed to contact them and we learned from them. And the other is the power of linked data.